Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Security Sis Sunday. I'm your temporary host, Key Atkins. I am the Houston board rep for Boss Sis. So allow me to formally introduce myself. Again, my name is Key Atkins, and I own a business turnkey consulting firm, which I help entrepreneurs and teenpreneurs build, brand, and market not only their businesses, but themselves as well. We offer everything from planning to grants. And so, speaking of grants today, we picked up, well, sorry, last week we talked about different ways to fund your business. We started off with bootstrapping and a discipline and savings type of method. This week we're going to focus on grants. I do have my notes here to make sure I'm hitting the key points that I want to hit so I do not take up too much of you guys' time. So, a lot of people think that grants are the end all be all of business when really and truly it is not. It is really your last step in business unless you have a fire grant writer or you really know somebody that can really get you in the door with grants. And when I say not someone who's a grant writer, but someone who actually gives out grants, if that makes sense. So a lot of people are posting, they have a grant, they have a grant, they have a grant. These people are literally building up their email list so they can sell you their other services. So if you truly, truly, truly want a grant, go to someone, of course, who is professional. You can come to us. You can come to me. You can come to anybody in the organization or someone that you really trust with a grant because no one can guarantee you a grant, right? So basically, what is a grant? A grant is something that you do not have to pay back. However, they want to know what you do with those funds. So a lot of people say, how do I qualify? Well, most grants require you to be in business at least 6 months legally to a year. They require you to have certain paperwork, such as a legal business structure, some type of sales where they can say, okay, we know that we can trust you with these funds. This is to enhance or supplement the sales that you're already doing. It's not for you to actually go out and just spend it like it's cash because you have to tell them what you've done with that. So case in point, I always want to I always get clients that have brick and mortars or want to open up like a studio or some type of brick and mortar store. So if you look at it, business rent is about $1,500 a month. If you get a grant for $5,000 and you aren't really making any money, you're going to take that grant, get the building, and then you don't have any sales to back it up. So you've wasted grant funds, and you kind of made yourself look bad on paper because you weren't prepared. So it is always generally best to hire a grant writer, and that process takes a long time. A lot of people think you can write a grant on Monday and get approved on Friday. No, they have to go through everything with a fine tooth comb. That is my dog sneezing, you guys. I apologize. Um, they have to go through everything with a fine tooth comb. And if they find one hang up, so let's just say client A has a perfect profile. They've been in business a year, they've been awarded maybe one or two times, small amounts, $500, $100, $1,000. Then you have your over here. You've been in business the same amount of time, but you're missing something. They're going to go with that other person because they've already shown their track record of what they can do with the funds, what they're going to do, that people already trust them. So you have to build up your relationships with these grants because you can't just go in and ask for $10,000 for a grant and then what has your business done? So you have to make sure you document everything. Me personally, especially when I'm going out for grants, I network with the people that I know give out grants first, whatever organization that is, build a relationship with them and then go in that way. Community, right? Not just going in blind and saying, hey, I'm signing up. Can you have to show the people that you're serious about that money. So um, definitely connect with other people who already are in the grant industry. If you can't afford a grant writer, um, you can write it yourself. But if you keep getting denied, don't get discouraged. You can actually email or call the location that you're trying to get the grant from or the business you're trying to get the grant from and go ahead and just ask them and say, hey, what could I have done better? What was missing? What were you guys looking for? To get that feedback. And then be gracious about it. Don't get upset because you're a new business. You don't want to tarnish your relationship. So we always send out emails or thank you cards or something to show, like, at least you took the time out to look at my profile, even though I was not ready. That shows that you're a good sport. Review your application, of course, to make sure, hey, what can I put here? I asked for $10,000. I think I can really just do five if I do this, if I do that. You just need to get your foot in the door to prove that you're a legitimate business, right? I talked about it already. Network with the people that you're trying to get funds with. A lot of people are not putting in the right network. We'll do a whole nother topic on that, I'm sure, soon. Make sure you're connecting with people and actually building relationships and not just using them for clout or not just using them for whatever you need them for. You need to find actual people to put in your tribe and in your network to be your friends. Business partners, rather. And then, is your organization even ready to get a grant? You can't build it on Monday and expect to get a grant on Tuesday. You just can't. There's no way around it unless you're doing something where your church is giving you something. You've already built up your personal brand and credibility, is what I preach on every single day. You're getting that grant not because it's your business, but because of the person that you are, right? So definitely make sure you guys, I don't want to say flawless because grants are a learning experience, but don't go down the rabbit hole of every time somebody throws up to say, "Hey, I got a grant available." Unless they're personally giving it out, they cannot guarantee that you're going to get that grant. They're just, if you're going to pay them 150 or whatever for researching the grant or whatever, they're just going to get those funds and use those funds to continue to do what they want to do. But again, if you are not ready to handle money responsibly, a grant won't save you either. If you have not made any sales, a grant won't save you either. It takes a long time, anywhere from 18 to 23 weeks for people to get grants. That's a long time. And if you're waiting on that money in order to build your business, you probably won't ever get a business. There's been so many businesses open up since 2020 that it's not even crazy. And a lot of them are legitimate, not from the whole, debacle of 2020, the PPP thing. Not because of that, but just real legitimate businesses that have shown and have grown their brands to impress these people that want to give them this money, different type of donors and organizations. And again, you have to tell what you did with that money. You cannot get a grant to build your house unless your house is part of your business, unless it's your home office. But then you also have to walk a very thin line with that as well. So again, just make sure that you're ready to handle money before you step into the grant world. And then we'll talk about a little bit about business funding, loans, and credit. Everybody knows about business funding, business credit. I said it last week and I'm going to say it again. And I said it earlier today. If you do not have a good relationship with money, do not go get these funds. You're going to get yourself into debt. However, if you are ready, there's a couple of ways that you can go around it. So, of course, you can do a no doc loan, which means that you're not showing any documentation outside of your EIN and your legal business structure, right? You're showing that your business name it's properly structured, and you're going to PG yourself, which is personal guarantee, which is you're going to take your personal credit up there and say, hey, use this in order to support me or whatever. But if your personal credit again is not in a great position, you're going to get yourself in a bind. However, again, if you are ready, you want to make sure your business is legally properly. I cannot talk today. I'm sorry, y'all. I have been up since 3 a.m. trying to get home from Florida, and it has been a total nightmare. Um, but basically, make sure you have a legal business structure. You have to have some type of online presence, whether that's a landing page or a website, because that's the only place that they can really find you, right? Social media does not count. Social media is not legal. When it comes to business, it's not something they say, oh, they got a Facebook. They don't care. Google, you want to get you a Google review page. And then you also want to get you a landing page or a website that shows all of your information, the services you offer, how much they are, how they can contact you, um, your LLC information and stuff like, not the actual information, but that you're actually incorporated and you run a legit business. And that's pretty much it when it comes to a no doc loan. And two of the best banks to get those from is definitely going to be Key Bank and Truist. And I want to say SunTrust as well. SunTrust is really good. No, SunTrust is now Truist. Crescent, Crescent, maybe one of those banks still that you're able to get funds from. So that's pretty much it. If you really, really, truly want to get into business funding and loans and credit and all of that stuff, definitely send us a DM on this page or send me a DM on my page, and one of us will respond. Somebody's going to respond to you, right? So, also looking at business credit cards, they operate the same way. If you, they're a little bit more strict than personal because some of them may require you to pay that full balance. If you go out and spend 10K on something next month, you better have that 10K or they coming for you. Again, if you're not making money in business, do not use these particular things until you are ready, until you can sustain yourself through bootstrapping. I don't know how many businesses I've looked at and these people are just drowning in debt because they did it the wrong way. I was one of those people. Don't do that. Don't do that. And I don't do that. Just telling you, don't do it. Um, I can't stop you from doing it. If you do it, then just have a way to get out of that hole. That's all I gotta say. Some will allow you to carry a balance over month to month. Some will make you pay it in full. So just be careful. Know your spending habits, right? So you can do a no doc loan on also some of these sites that are online. Like if you go to nav.com or basically any type of lending, we do lending as well. We walk you through that process and help you. Um, if you do decide to take that route, they probably just need like your basic tax. I can't even talk. Your tax documents, and then I would say a credit score of at least 700. They generally say 680, 685. I'm going to say 700 to really, really put you ahead of the competition that you're up against. Because if five people got a 700 and you got a 680 and they only got so many amount of funds to give, they're going to give it to those five people and skip you because you were the lower one, right? So again, practice your relationship with money. Even if you got to start off practicing with yourself. So I hope you guys enjoyed this segment. I apologize. I am very low energy today. Usually I'm bouncing off the walls, but again, I have been up for 12 hours at this point. Um, I do want to remind you guys that we do have a Texas meetup coming up on July 27th from 1 to 4 at Cray's Restaurant, Bar and Lounge. I'm going to be there. Cache is going to be there. One of our new recruits, Echo, is going to be there. And then also Miss Danielle is coming in from Dallas. There is also a retreat in Atlanta. So if you're in the Atlanta area, if I know you, you better pull up on my people, okay? And go ahead and celebrate and connect and meet new people and expand your network. You never know who you're going to meet. Um, I don't think I have anything else. Well, if you're in the Houston area, if you come to our, if you plan on coming to our mingle or meetup, I do have something else coming up on June 6th, which is kind of like a financial boot camp, so to speak. It is called the Woke Money Conference. I'm going to be one of the speakers there, talking about how to build brand and market your business in 90 days. That is not scaling. That is from ideation to business. Ideation to business, not from business to scale. That is a completely different class. It's completely different when it comes to the time frame of how you can get it done. It's not impossible, but it definitely takes a little bit more than 30 days. 90 days. So if you are in the area on June 8th, please, 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 please come out and support me. I will be at NRG Reliance Stadium speaking, and you can purchase your tickets in the any link in my bio. So you do have to go to my page and click the link in my bio, and you'll see Woke Money Conference, and you can click there. You can also get your Bosses Mingle tickets in there for the 27th of July. And then you can also go to the website at the bottom of the screen. You can go to It's Bosses, where it'll take you to our website on Instagram, or you can go to itsbosses.com to get your tickets to the retreat. They're going out fast. I just want to see everybody there and connecting. So, again, thank you so much for your time. And I apologize again for being so dry and mundane, but I am running off a little bit of low energy. So, other than that, I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope you learned something today. Bye.